Well, greetings everybody and welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, we are back in with some Satisfactory today. Now, I'm just going to jump straight in. Just looking over my power grid here, and I'm thinking I need some more coal power. Because I'm thinking I'd like to actually turn off all of these things. Although, are we actually using these things? I mean, I'm not going to question it, but I'd like to turn them off anyway. Like, let's turn one off. As you can see, our capacity is dropping down. Now, our production is 150, but if everything turned on, we're going to use 168. So we need more. I mean, we're not using 168, but we need more stable production. Like, I can turn a couple of these off, like these. Yep, where is it? There it is. Turn that off. As you can see, we drop again. We're down to 250 now. So, I mean, if I remember correctly, we put in 2 coal power stations, and I'm thinking I'd like to put more in. Now, I'd also like to want logistics. What do we need? We need, okay, so I need 44. I've got 44 of those. We need a few more of those because this build, as you can see, only transports up to 60 resources a minute. This one is 120 a minute. Now, we're on a pure coal node, which means it's producing 120 a minute. And we can verify that. I do have power. Phew, I do. We can verify that. Let's go and verify that. Okay, this is going to be interesting later on. I'll have to move those supports. Around the bottom, I think. Whoop. Okay, that's a boulder. Alright, so if we look at this, yeah, see, it's producing 120 a minute, but the conveyor can only support 60 a minute. So we're underutilizing our conveyor network here. So I'm thinking if we upgrade our conveyor network, yeah, see, I'm going to run out. So I need a whole stack more of those. And then we'll upgrade our conveyor right the way through to take full advantage of the 120 a minute that is coming off the pure node by default. So we don't even have to use any power shards to actually increase its output. It's already outputting 120 a minute. So I can actually double the amount of coal power stations I've got simply by upgrading the conveyor. Because if I remember correctly, the power stations I think are using 30 each a minute. Actually, no, they're not to start with. I think it's only if they've been upgraded with power shards. Anyway, you get the idea. So we can optimize a little bit better and utilize our resources more efficiently. It's probably a better way of putting it. Damn, I forgot how slow the tractors were. Yeah, shit for brains, get out of my way. I mean, like, seriously. Okay, so let's just go and double check it. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're utilising less than 30 a minute. $15 a minute. So just with what's coming in right now, I can actually have 4 of them. Now, as for water, we are using 50 cubic meters. Hey, Luna. How you going? And welcome to the stream and all that jazzy stuff. I can't remember. I think these are producing like 120 a minute too. They are. See, 120 a minute, and we're using 50. So we're almost at capacity. Yeah, we're almost at capacity on water. That's just off one. So if I was to put 2 in, 240, I could put 4 power stations in quite fine and have a little surplus, theoretically. So maybe we'll see about putting a second water extractor in. And then we can put another 2 power stations in. And actually technically not have to upgrade the conveyor, although I will upgrade the conveyor. So let's go one of them, 2 more of them. What do I need? Rotors. Well, actually I need more than rotors. It's funny, you can go underwater if you dive, but you can't actually go up or down in the water, that I've been able to figure out. These handle 300 per, so the 2 extractors will be fine. We won't exceed capacity, so that's good. But we'll need a few pipes. Logistics, and we'll probably need
just for good measure, 10 of those. And I'm going to say 2 of those, just again for good measure. Don't need the pump. Copper sheets, reinforced plates, and rotors. Okay, we can do this. We've got the copper sheets, pretty sure. I don't know, I haven't actually tried it. Let's just see. Actually, let's try it. We're not going down. C doesn't crouch. Space jumps. So... Oh, fucking voice modifier's turned on again, has it? Oh, deep voice. I'd like to know why they actually turn on, because...
Try that. Because I make it a habit of hitting the off button on all of them whenever I start a stream. So something turns them back on. Exactly. You can actually jump out of the water even if you're swimming. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's go and get some materials. I will actually upgrade the conveyor eventually. Well, it's not as high a priority now that I've figured out that I can actually increase power production without having to need to, but it will get upgraded at some point. Only because I'm probably going to need more than 4 power stations before I get the next tier of power station. So we'll go get wait, come here. We want copper plates first, which is this one. Copper sheets, that's the one. Not plates, sheets. There we go. Rotors, which I need more screws for. We'll let it churn out the 20 that it's going to produce there, and we'll grab some more of these and make up the iron reinforced iron plate things. Whoa, okay, nice little bouncy bounce. Okay, well, that's what I need, so. Who's 15 minutes late? Me? Technically, I don't start streaming until 10 o'clock, which is like 2 minutes ago, 3 minutes ago. Technically, as far as the schedule is concerned. I just normally start earlier. Just to cause grief to people. Oh no, I'm late. How are you, Zorek? Welcome to the stream yet again. I would also say, or suggest, encourage, that's the word I'm looking for. I would also encourage that if you are able to open up an Uber City stream in another tab. Just put the volume really, really low just so he gets the numbers. He's decided to try and get back into streaming, and well, let's see if we can help him out. I haven't actually looked in LFP's Discord actually today. I sort of was running tight on time to actually start. To get on time as it was. I started about 14 minutes early, but yeah, well, I'll have a look at it later. Interview software? I mean, not to sound uninformed, but interview software, I'm not ringing bells as to what that is. Oh, really? Oh, okay. So online interviewing. Is that what you mean? Sort of like a Zoomy thing. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, that sounds about right. They'd be better off using something like Discord then, wouldn't they? Oh dear. I don't. I don't know. It's I don't know whether it strikes anybody else as odd or not. I mean, because we've had video conferencing software has been around since what, almost the beginning of the internet, and yet COVID hits and instantly everything's Zoom, Zoom this, Zoom that, Zoom something else. And it's a case of what did they really just know that COVID was going to hit, so they prepped up so that they could monopolize on, the stay at home requirement for. I just have to admit it just seemed a bit odd that all of a sudden this new thing pops up as if it's the latest and greatest and best, Zoom, and yet video conferencing and multi-video conferencing is like Microsoft Teams and there are a lot of other video conferencing softwares out there that have been around for yonks, and yet Zoom is the one that got all the publicity. It just, I don't know, it just struck me as rather odd. I use a browser called Brave. It's based on the Chromium engine, the same as Chrome, same as Edge actually. People don't realize that Edge is actually based on the Chromium core browser engine. But Brave is actually designed for anti-tracking, so to speak. It blocks all cookies unless you implicitly state otherwise. It doesn't allow them, it blocks them by default. All tracking cookies and all sorts of other things that actually tracks blocks by default, and it's actually more stable than Chrome, and it's less bloatware than Chrome, and it works really quite nicely. Based on the same engine. I mean, Chrome is the Chromium browser engine. Brave is the Chromium browser engine. People don't realize it, but Edge is the Chromium browser engine, even though it's a Microsoft product. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with Firefox. I used it for many, many years. Yeah, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I used Firefox before it was Firefox, and then it became Firefox, and I used it then too. Nothing wrong with it. It's actually a pretty good browser. But ironically enough, a lot of things, if you notice, you see the fine print, compatible with Chrome, or recommended with Chrome, and everything's, you're best using Chrome, and Google's got their fingers in so many fucking pies, it's not funny. Okay. Yeah, true. But in my careers in IT, I've used many other video conferencing system services and tools as well, and it just struck me as really quite fortuitous. Let's be truthful here. Fortuitous that COVID hits, quarantining becomes the norm, work from home becomes the norm. Instantly, everybody's you got to Zoom this, Zoom that, Zoom something else. I mean, it's a case of wow, they really poised themselves to take advantage of a non-existent market before there was a market. And hey, funny that, how did they even know there was going to be a market to warrant it? Sorry, sarcasm's getting the better of me, I guess. Okay, now, this is always a pain in the butt. Thinking about here somewhere. And I'm going to actually put it about there somewhere. Where is it? That one. And then we want you to there. Give us the power. No, it's not what I wanted. Yeah, well, see, they couldn't force it. They tried to enforce it, but they actually can't. It's the same with businesses too. But yeah, I have to admit, I'm okay. Maybe it's the conspiracy theorist in me. Well, if you want to say that. Um, I just found it really odd that this video conferencing service popped up as the only solution to stay-at-home quarantine conferencing, almost exactly at the moment that the requirement to stay-at-home conferencing happened. I mean, it's almost like they had a little bit of extra knowledge ahead of time, foreknowledge. So that's what I'm looking for. But I mean, heaven forbid that would be the case. I mean, that would imply some sort of conspiracy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Power, coal power, give me the power. Oh no, no, come back here. Oh no, we'll jump up on the side, make it easier to line up. Yep, filling up, excellent. Now, can I get up on that? No, can I get up on that? I can, excellent. And what we want now is a splitter. This is not my ideal way of doing this because of diminishing returns. I was going to say I really should see about changing it around. Yeah, exactly. Probably use most options at the same time, to be honest. Thinking I'm going to rearrange this because I think I prefer a balanced thing here. And if you don't know what I mean, I'll show you in a second. Call coming down. Okay, so let's wire you up. It's got you in a position to be able to run. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, hang on, what am I missing? Iron rods. Yeah, okay. Might help if I go and get some iron rods then, huh? Then we can make this thing work. Yeah, I'm thinking I want balanced splitters. At the moment, we're not running a balanced splitter. What we are running is 50% of all incoming coal is going to the first station, and then 25 is going to the second and third. That's how its current arrangement is. 25 each. So the first one's getting the lion's share. And I don't want that. I want them each to get 33% equally. I'll grab you. And I'll show you how we do that. Well, see, at the moment, there is a chance that, well, actually there's not, because I have an excess, but using balance splitters is always the best option, because then you don't have the one right at the end of the conveyor line constantly struggling because it keeps getting less, the least, I should say. Because these splitters, a splitter with only one output gets 100% throughput. A splitter with two outputs connected, it gets 50-50 each. The splitters with the three connected up gets 33 even. So 33 even is, to me, a better option. Let's do this. We'll grab that. And it's not going to let me place it, is it? You bastard. I know how to do this. We need to get rid of that first. Really? It won't let me place it at all. Fine. Have to do it another way. That's sort of sucky, but... I can get away with that actually having to put one in, to be honest. Whoop, come here. Because I can, literally, I can just grab off that one there and go, thank you, power up. I was just trying to be lazy. Okay, not a lot of people would actually get that reference, Eric, but that's a good one. Very well done. That's brilliant. I never actually thought of it that way myself, but yeah, that explains a lot, all right. That is brilliant. All right, so what we need to do is we need to actually... Yeah, what we need to do is we need to get rid of that and take it out of there. Like this. And I think what we'll also do is get rid of that and that. Janky, don't care. We now get even split across all three. Well, I could have avoided jank by putting another layer. You know, this is actually going to probably bug the shit out of me, so I'm going to do something about it now. I mean, honestly. There you go, it's better. Not perfect, but hey, it's better than it was. It wasn't cutting through stuff. Okay, my OCD is rearing its ugly head. Leave me alone. Other side, bastard. Thank you. Yeah, see, better. Better. I don't mind the beveled curve like that. Yes, Zorak, I'm actually providing enough. The conveyor can handle 60 a minute. Each of the power stations is only using 15 a minute. So I can actually put another power station in and still be fine. I have to admit the jumping of the resources on the conveyor, it's ugly. It has a lot to do with the fact that it's a server, I think, and I'll get weird latency sometimes, latency issues. Wow, that was well done. Yeah, see, it still does weird shit around where it joins conveyors. Whatever. It's doing its job. Like I said, I can put another power station. Okay. I can put another power station in if I need to. That's not the way of putting them in. 325. I mean, I am going to put a fourth power station in, but yeah, parkour. Yeah. See, bevel is symmetrical. If it's the right sort of bevel, it's symmetrical. So I don't have that same trigger as just something that is just arbitrarily janky across. Let's just anywhere. I mean, there's a YouTuber who plays this. I mean, his whole style of play is jank, and it triggers me so bad. Did I? Okay, I probably didn't. I did. Look at that. That's just magic alignment. Absolutely magical alignment. Now, in this case, we have a dilemma. because our balanced arrangement up there is not going to... Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You know the one. And I will admit it triggers me hard because, seriously, it's not hard to make things look kind of neat in this game. So the very fact that he doesn't, it means that it is literally just the style of content that he's producing. And that's why he's doing it. See, what we need is we need 25% of the incoming coal stream to each of the stations. Which means we need some more work area. Because we need to split it 50-50 and then 25-25. Yeah, pipes everywhere. Yeah, that's another say. And conveyors. Oh my goodness, I'd never want to try and follow any of his conveyors back to their source. You would never actually figure it out. So yeah, this is going to be interesting because I do need 25% across all. And I was going to try and avoid doing this, but and dash of jank and confusion. Yeah. See, I need to plan this out before I start messing with conveyors because I don't need any of these power stations shutting down. Hang on. Why does it look like that second one's not actually running? I mean, it is. Just no smokestack. Okay, no smokestack. No, we'll leave that lead in as it stands. We'll have to just convey it off from that. Just not that difficult, really. Now, from there, Need to come down to a splitter. Except I do need to see where the fucking splitter is. I think that might connect up. Or am I too far away? No, good. It's not exactly centered. Probably be better off trying to center it, wouldn't we? Damn it. Am I fussy? Yeah, I am. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. This here will come up to a splitter on a line here, which will then branch off into these. The other one will come out and go to a splitter here, which will branch onto two of those. But I'm doing things... Damn it, so we're going to have to actually... No, let's do it. I mean, I didn't really want to take that out, but... For now, we're just... Because... yeah, I'll do this, because I actually want the line there. So I can do... Oh, fuck, that's right. It's not going to... Fine, go away. Piss off. I have to do it the hard way. I was trying to avoid doing it the hard way, but I'm just only because I'm lazy. So I now need to do that, and then that. And yes, I know that's not lining up to what like you'd think, but it'll do. All right. Now we have to sort the other two out before they decide to run out of the little power they've got. Which is not that difficult, really. Oh, accepting. You can go away. All right. Now we have it load balanced. And don't need them. That was just so I didn't fall to my death. And we'll just ignore the power pole running right the way through the splitter. Don't worry about that. We don't look at that. Okay, we are now using to capacity. And what I mean by that is, well, for starters, you can go, yeah. We've got a 60 a minute capacity coming in on the conveyor, and we are splitting it to 60. So it's a balance thing. We do need to actually, I think, increase the amount coming in so we have surplus. I don't like running things on the wire like that. I would prefer to have surplus. So we're going to actually, as we originally discussed when I first started the stream, we are going to upgrade the conveyor, bringing all of that across, because the mine has a 120 a minute output. It's the conveyor that is the restriction. Oop, no, come up here. There we go. Yeah. No, don't worry about the large block of text. That's fine. I have similar issues in my job. Now that I'm not in IT, you'd think I wouldn't have those issues, but I do. Okay, so I drive heavy vehicles. And I drive heavy vehicles every day. I drive the same heavy vehicle every day. And I can tell the mechanics when something goes wrong just by a change in sound. And I can even tell them what's causing the sound. But because I'm not a qualified mechanic, I'm dismissed. Trust me, it's bloody frustrating. Hey, this is pretty cool. We're not using any biofuel at all in these biofuel reactors. That was 200 when I started, it's still 200, so it's actually not using anything there. These ones I've turned off. But I mean, as I've tried to explain the mechanics, I grew up in rural Australia. I grew up on a farm, driving heavy machinery almost from before I could actually drive a regular vehicle. And on the farm, you might not be a qualified mechanic, but you had to know how to fucking fix shit, or crops didn't get sown or harvested or whatever. So you learned just by sound what was caused, for the most part, what caused certain things to go wrong, what the cause of certain issues were based on the sounds or the feel or the vibration or the whatever. Just because I don't have that piece of paper that says I'm a qualified mechanic doesn't mean I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, to put it blunt. Yeah, I want to stabilise the coal production first and have a surplus of coal coming to the power stations before I increase production, because at the moment I've got a 400 megawatt capacity power-wise, and I'm not using anywhere near that. And even if everything turns on, I'm only pushing about 180, 190 megawatts. I think if I remember correctly. But if I get focused on putting in production stuff, I'm going to blow that 400 megawatt budget real quick. It's really easy to in this game. And then everything shuts down, and then it's a pain in the ass to actually get things stabilized again once the power grid shuts down. If you can stabilize it before you get to the point of shutdown so that it doesn't shut down, it's much easier to keep the power grid stable. I know, Luna. I feel so So glad I don't have that piece of paper that says that I'm great at taking tests, but actually has no reflection whatsoever on actual knowledge. Just because you can parrot, look, a bird can parrot what you say. Does that mean it knows how to speak? No, it can parrot what you say, and it triggers off cues and says something it's been, quotes, programmed to say. Doesn't mean it actually knows how to converse, does it? Just because you've got 23 years worth of work experience doesn't mean you've actually got 23 years worth of accumulated knowledge. And this should, I think, give me enough resources to upgrade. Yep, birds, spy drones, absolutely. Okay, let's do runner. And an upgrade. And I'm running instead of taking the tractor because it's so inconvenient to actually... Yeah, hello. Goodbye. It's so inconvenient to have to keep running back, getting the tractor, moving it up, etc. So I'd have to do the run anyway. Alright, now, I did upgrade, I think, up to this point. Yes, I did. Wow, okay, I'm burning through these things quite quicker than I thought I was going to. Okay, see, I'm running out already. Wow, I'm burning through them quick. But, hey, we're at least a third of the way along. Ready? Down, boy. And I don't know where the other hog's remains went, so I don't care. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Just because you've done it for that long doesn't mean you're doing it right, or that you've actually accumulated any knowledge, or know what the fuck you're talking about. I have met many a person who's been doing the same wrong thing for decades and think that they're knowledgeable. But I won't lump everybody into that category because I also know others that have only been doing something for only a few years and have got more knowledge than most people coming out of university. And I know others who have never been to university who could run rings around university graduates. So a piece of paper, because you've been to university, really doesn't mean anything if you don't know how to apply it or you've never got the experience in the field. Oh dear. I have to admit, I've been thinking about creating some emotes and uploading them and whatnot. And let's face it, I think every emote under the sun and then some that should never have been created have actually been created. Coming up with new shit, well, yeah. Anyway, this is not going to give me enough reinforced plate to actually finish this upgrade, and I'm going to have to probably stop the stream at that point. But let's go and run this list through and so 20 per section. I'm making up another 130 odd, so I'll be able to do about 6 sections, 20 to 22 per section, I think. I mean, I eventually will be putting in production to actually make this shit automatically. But yeah, important thing is to stabilize the power, get a decent surplus of power, nice and stable before I do that. And there we go. Yeah. We got to there. So was that 24? What does it take for the conveyor? 10, okay. Conveyor lifter. Probably going to get one more section in. Not quite. It's a long section, 27. I'm one short, would you believe it? Oh dear, what is the time? Okay, actually I might have time to just make up enough to finish this off. It only needs to go up until the first splitter. because then 120 gets split to 60 each, and the conveyors are rated for that. So I need to go up, no, down to the lifter, up to the lifter, and the bit of conveyor going around to that first splitter. Oh, there's a second lifter there, isn't it? Whoop. A 100 of them. Shortness of supplies, okay. Yeah, I know. I'll have to. have been thinking about emotes and putting together something that's just purely this channel. I just haven't come up with anything yet. And I'll be honest about it. I've been lazy and finding the time to actually sit down and focus on designing or putting together emotes. And I'm not going to pay somebody else to do it because I'm cheapskate. Hey, I'm honest about it. It's like setting up rewards. I mean, you're getting all these friggin' I don't know, what do they call them? Whatever it is, things that clock up because you're watching a stream. You're getting all these things. There's really nothing you can actually spend them on, to be honest, because I haven't bothered setting anything up because it's a case of really what? I mean, fuck it. I don't know, and I'm lazy. I mean, to be honest, finding the time to actually stream sometimes can be a struggle. So finding the time to actually build out a brand, as they term it, and all that sort of shit, I'm flat out finding the time to stream half the time. I've had to actually schedule it into actual my lifestyle to be able to actually stream regularly because I've just got so much shit that I do and so much on my plate all the time. Yeah. Well, I can understand that. She does some good shit. So does Mira, actually. Mira comes up with some really nice artwork as well. Yeah, it does. Alright, what are we looking at? We are looking at my alarm going off. Yes, I know. Shut the fuck up. Please tell me I've actually got enough to be able to do this. That's a lot. 40 bloody 2. Well, I suppose it is pretty high. Please be less than 25. Alrighty. That should now have stabilized. Yeah, greatly increased speed. That's now stabilized. We now got surplus. This will actually back up eventually, because we've got 120 coming in there, splitting to 60 to 30. We've got 30 servicing each that only needs 15. So that's good. That's very good. $42, yeah. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Can't go wrong with 42. And even if it's not 42, we'll make it 42, because you can never go wrong with 42. But that said, it is now time for me to pull this stream to a close. Thanks for stopping in again, Zoro. Very much appreciate it, man. Good chatting. Likewise, Luna. I'll catch up with you later on. Let me just quickly do this. Yep, okay. Well, we're actually going to raid Anubis, just because why not? So thank you very much for stopping by, guys. And we shall now just go and Anubiseti. We're going to go on invalid news. Oh, okay. Might help if I spell the bloody thing right, hey? Raid. Try that. There we go. I'm really not having a good day. There we go. All right. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. I'll catch you next time.
Hey, Cal. How you doing? You over there causing all sorts of trouble.
Revelio.
The statue depicts a wizard, Lachlan Belinky, a tall, slender wizard who appears quite proud of himself. For what precisely? Or for what precisely? One knows. Oh, don't you even start, Zorok. Shave your head and paint you pink or something. I don't know. Okay. My favorite ghosts are coming.
It was an accident.
And see, that, folks, is why you never piss off your wife. She'll come at you with a frickin' axe of sorts. It'll be funny.
Revelio.
Can I help you?
Sebastian told me to see you about a club.
If Sebastian
Really,
vouches
Lunar?
for you, that's all I need to know.
An
I
accident?
coordinate duels for crossed ones. A dueling club of sorts. It's invitation only, so you must have really impressed Sebastian.
Yes, this particular character is a Hufflepuff.
I'm flattered to hear that. Sebastian's not a bad duelist.